Okay, what we have here are 2 packages of Italian bees, 2 3-pound packages. So we are having to replace 2 hives that we've lost. So we're going to be putting them in our old hives. Basically what we do is we remove a few frames, open the bees, pour them in, reinsert the frames. Then we're going to put our queen in there with them. We leave her encased. We'll explain all that, but here's what we got going on, and I'm going to suit up because I don't like being stung. So what we need to do first is separate these 2 packages because they're going to be installed separately. So we're just prying these off. Okay. Here is one. So we can go ahead and start getting them calmed down and settled. Just spray them a little sugar water. If you can get the sprayer to work. There we go. This settles them down. Then we there. A little tool. Next thing we need to do is remove this can. This is the sugar water that they've been eating or feeding on while they've been shipped. So you just pry this loose, and it's good to just keep it, turn it over so the staples are facing up. And the trick, sometimes these cans are a little hard to get. Okay. Now as we bring it up, just going to slide that back over. Set this to the side. We'll use this to feed them
Got some on them.
later. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Next thing we need to do, move over, is to pull the queen out and make sure that she is safe. And she is stapled. Little man. Right here. There we go. Let's see what she looks like. And we need to make sure she's alive. And she is. And those are her attendants. What they do is they've been feeding her while she's been in there. So what we do, we put her in the very end, and there's 2 ends of this. Both have cork in them. This is the end you do not want to remove. This is candy. You remove this end, and those bees over there are going to eat through the candy and release her. It takes them about that long. It takes them a few days before they all become acclimated. Otherwise, if you release a queen too quick, they haven't accepted her as a queen and they'll just kill her and make one of their own. So that's the reason for this. We set her to the side right here. Now, I'm gonna put my gloves on, spray them down, shake them up, put them in a new home. Brand new, shiny white gloves, because the other ones are chewed up. All right, okay. You'll spray them down again. This just makes everything a whole lot easier on everybody. Helps them come out easier, settles them down. All they're gonna do is lick this off of each other. Now we just knock it down. They're all loose. Then we're gonna come over to our hive. We just dump them in. We'll leave this right here. They will make their way out of this into the hive. Now what we're going to do, well, actually, need to try to get them settled out of the way and get this in here, because the way I'm going to put the queen in, I'm going to have her on the top. I'm using a bottom board because it gives me a little bit of a brace, or a little bit of a grace for her to sit. So I'm just taking me a little pick and I'm pulling out that cork. Now I'm just going to lay her on top. This is an old bottom board, old vented bottom board. I'm laying this on top so I can just let her sit on top of the frames. Otherwise, there wouldn't be room. Now I'll put the top back on there and put this on. They're already getting with that water. We'll take care of that later. So there's one hive. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. Except I'm not going to drop this. It's called learning from your mistakes. Okay, go ahead and spray them down. And think about this, but y'all might want to get a closer look. See what they look like. It's all our little girls. The ones on the outside, those are the ones that after we picked them up from the producer, they hitchhiked home with us. They flew in the back of our ride. So, we'll spray them down again. Knock them down. There we go. And work on this. So now that y'all know what I'm doing, I don't have to explain this. Take that off. Get our sugar water out. I've never had one of these that's been easy. Always something. This is kind of like watching paint dry, but it is what it is. Everybody complains about this. Go. Go ahead and slide this out. Put as many in there as I can. Get her queen loose. Pull her out and check and make sure she's fine. Would you like to go put that in front and let her see the queen? Just don't get too close. There you go. Now, we'll just spray them down again. Knock them down to settle them. And put them in their new home. Just set this here. Get our other frames in. Okay, girls, move side. Here we go. Drone right there. Okay. There's our queen. Candy side, pull the cork out, expose that, put it there so they can come up and socialize. And as soon as she's out, I'll be removing this. This won't be up there. This is just for convenience. That's all set. Now all we got to do is clean up. We'll give them some jars of sugar water, and we'll come back in, I'll come back in about 3 hours and make sure everybody has left and made it to the hive. And then within, I guess, about 3 days, they will have eaten enough of the candy out so the queen can get in with the rest of them. Then it's baby making time. We start making little bees, and little bees make honeycomb, and then they start doing everything else they're supposed to do. So people had asked for me to post a video on the bees, and this is the first opportunity we've had because we had a devastating loss with our bees. So we're glad our order finally came in where we could get these things going again, because we've not had any luck capturing any swarms this year. So hope you've enjoyed it or found it informative, and as usual, good luck with your projects. Okay, this is an hour and a half later. See, they're clustering. Just about everybody's out of the box. Got a couple in there, and the ones that are laying on the bottom were ones that didn't survive the trip. There's probably half a dozen dead bees, which I guess that would be considered a success. And we come to this one, and all of them are out of that. See, 2 dead bees inside there, and it's already got a bunch of ants in it. Good old South Georgia. But everybody seems to be taking to it. So we'll keep an eye on them. Get that sugar water changed out, get some essential oils in there that they'll like. See if we can't keep these girls healthy.